Welcome to Full-Time Devils. Manchester United are playing LA Galaxy at 3 a.m. on Sunday, the 16th of July. It's just a couple of days away. If you're watching this late, then it's even closer. Maybe it's been. Anyway, it's about to happen. It's the first preview of the new season. It's a friendly, obviously, but the new season is now officially upon us because things are happening. We've got a new kit, we've got new players, so it's time we talk about it. So, Mo, Dave, and Adam are with us, and let's get started. Adam, you can go first. Season expectations. It's the brand new season. It's a brand new start. What do you imagine Jose will do? Do you think it will be different to last season? Do you think it'll be better? Do you think it'll be worse? Shoot.
I don't think it will be majorly different from last season in terms of the team and probably the style that we play. I think it will be a progression on last season. Obviously, you look at the signings that we've made. We've made Lindelof, who's come in to improve the defence. We brought Lukaku, who I feel, whilst Zlatan Ibrahimovic is great, I think in the Premier League at least anyway, I think Lukaku is an improvement on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So I think we probably replace Zlatan's goals in terms of in the Premier League. But I still think we need a few improvements in the squad elsewhere. You hear about the likes of Perisic coming in. I think that would be a good addition to the squad as long as he's not coming in to take Martial's place permanently. But I think next season, the season expectations have to be to progress and improve on last season. Hopefully win a little bit of silverware again. But we have to challenge for the Premier League next season. There's no ifs, no buts, no maybes. We have to challenge for the Premier League. It's been far too long for Manchester United not to challenge for the Premier League properly. And I think when you take into consideration the way last season went, when you look at our Premier League form, yes, it was dreadful when you look at it in terms of results and where we finished in the league. But I don't think we were that far off the other sides in terms of, just look at the home games, for example. We convert them, we're getting closer. Obviously, the teams around us will improve, though, so we have to improve as well. But I'm confident that going into the season, we'll be in a strong position to challenge. I just hope the remainder of our signings are done in the next week or two so that they can get bedded into the squad in pre-season, because we have got a long pre-season, which we've got like 8, or if you include the Super Cup, I think it might be 9 games, or is that with 8 with the Super Cup? But we've got a fair few games, so we've got a chance to get everyone bedded in, but we just need to make the last few signings now. But confident we can challenge next season.
Okay, we'll get on to signings in a bit. Dave, your expectations for the season to come?
Well, I think it's got to be the title, like Max saying. I think that's got to be it. You know, the signings that we made over the last 2 seasons, they're building a squad that should be challenging for the Premier League title. The acquisitions have been very good, which we'll speak about a little bit later on, but it is the Premier League title. More importantly, it's being competitive in the Champions League. I think our run in the Europa League will give Mourinho and the players a bit of confidence because they've gone and they've won a competition. They've gone from, you know, the group stages through the 32, the 16 and so forth and won a final. That's a big thing. You think about Mourinho's Porto team that went on to win the Champions League after they won the Europa League or the UEFA Cup, it was then. A similar bit of momentum could be what United have, you know, with weapons like Marouane Fellaini, with tactical things that the bigger sides aren't going to be used to playing against someone like Marouane Fellaini. It could give United edge in these bigger games, you know, your quarterfinals, your semi-finals. So for me, you know, it's got to be the Premier League, it's got to be challenging there. But more importantly, it's got to be back on the European stage. It's got to be getting into the last 8, getting into the last 4 of the Champions League and going and to just show what Mourinho's Manchester United can do on that. And, you know, a semi-final would be great. That's what I'd love to see. That'd be a real good season if United competed for the title, won the title, and then got into the semi-finals of the Champions League. That'd be a brilliant season all round.
Nice. Okay, Mo.
What's left for me to say, mate? Yeah, these two nailed it. Mac and Dave nailed it. It's United need the title. I don't think even competing for it. I think United need to win the title. Really, I mean that's where they need to get back to. It's been how long since United won the title? 2010. It's been 4 years now. That's too long. United need to win the title and quarterfinals, semi-finals, Champions League. I think as long as it. I mean, if you got the quarterfinals to say Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, okay, maybe you can forgive it then. But really, quarterfinals or semi-finals of the Champions League. Win the title, win the European Super Cup, which is obviously people gloss over it, but I think that's huge. I think United need to do that because that's the start of the season. It's Zidane's Real Madrid, it's Mourinho's old club, it's Gareth Bale who's turned United down how many times? It's Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, he's probably not going to play in that, but that I think is a really underrated game. It's not part of the preseason. It's the first game of the season, and it needs to be a statement win by United, I think. And then the League Cup, a good run in the League Cup, FA Cup, whatever. But win the Super Cup, win the league, and then quarterfinals, semi-finals, Champions League.
Okay, guys, that was all very reasonable, and I think everybody enjoyed it. People had their.
We want the fucking treble!
If you don't say something like "we need the quadruple," this is never going viral. Nobody's tuning in for reason debate. That's not how YouTube works, is it?
All right,
That's how other YouTube channels work.
Domestic treble, there you go.
Win
the League Cup, win the FA Cup.
We can
But
clip
we
that,
won the
manipulate
treble
it,
last
make it
season.
look like one of those maniacs from Liverpool or Arsenal Fan TV. That'll work, won't it? Okay, so let's move on. Everyone seems quite happy that the thing Mourinho needs to do is a challenge for the league. So, Adam, do you think...
Can I just say something, Sam?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
How is it that we've got over 1,500 people watching and we've only got 150 likes? I think you need to tell them to do something.
I don't know, press like if you want to. They might not like it yet.
Right, if you want to. Tell them to.
They're still deciding. They're still working.
Sam, they listen to you. They listen
Everybody's
to you.
entitled to
Tell
their
them
time.
to.
But if you want to press like, that'd be cool. It would mean a lot to Adam. I'd like it to. We are now going to talk about the transfer window. Adam, who has impressed you? Who are you glad we've bought? Are you concerned about the number of signings? Because it's been 2.
I don't think we need that many. I mean, unless loads of players go out, and I do expect a few may go out, but there may be one like Darmian that leaves that we don't want to leave, and we'll have to replace him in the squad. But I think Lukaku, Lindelof, fantastic signings. I think if you would have asked me my first choice signings at the start of the season, I wouldn't have said Lindelof at centre half. I'll be honest with you there. But I think that is a decent signing. It fits into the mould in the team. And after the Bailey signing, I just trust Jose with whoever he wants to sign at centre half. As long as it's not John Terry, it's all good. And then with Romelu Lukaku was a striker that I wanted before we got Zlatan Ibrahimovic last season. So to see us get him now, I'm happy about that. I didn't expect us to get him. I'll be honest. I was quite looking forward to Morata coming in, who was another decent alternative. But I think with Romelu Lukaku, you're guaranteed goals in the Premier League, and you've got that. Like Morata's great. He's got great potential. He has already scored goals at a decent level, but he's never been the main man. And I feel like Romelu Lukaku has been the main man, albeit for lesser sides in West Brom and Everton. But he has performed. He has scored goals. And I think if you look at his scoring record for a team like Everton, who aren't always playing the best football, and I think that's a great record. Now we need a few
I'm going
players.
to jump in and do my Dave now while you're talking about Lukaku. I believe he is the first foreign player ever to reach 80 Premier League goals before his 24th birthday, following the footsteps of Michael Owen, Alan Shearer and Wayne Rooney. And he's also the second
Michael Owen's not foreign.
No, exactly. The other 3 that have done it are English. He's only the 4th person ever, the first person that's not English-born. And the other fact, I think, is that over the last, 5 seasons, he's the Premier League's second highest scorer behind only Aguero.
Correct, and correct.
Romelu Lukaku.
Should be.
Now,
Morata hasn't got those stats, but he's not.
You know what? He needs to improve as well, which is an amazing thing. Like, he can improve in areas of his game. And if he does that, I think we've got the perfect number 9 in our hands for the Premier League. It really is exciting. And when you look at the spine of this team, Bailey, Pogba, Herrera, De Gea in goal, Lukaku up top. Fuck. Oh my, say it again. That's beastly, that is. Would you want to fight this United team? I would. Nah, no one wants to fight. We got a team like that again. Jose is building a monstrous
everybody
team.
here is a Manchester United fan. So we're unlikely to pick them as the team we want to fight.
Yeah, but look at this. It's like 94 again.
Get stuck in, Mo. Signings. Do you see other areas for strengthening?
Yeah, I mean, look, first, Victor Lindelof is an inspired signing because his greatest attribute is actually his passing. His ability to bring the ball out the back. And that's essential because Michael Carrick is 36 years old. And Jose Mourinho is not, as much as he praised Carrick last year, he's not going to go out and sign a passing defensive midfielder. He's going to get a destroyer, right? So that means how do you get the ball then to Paul Pogba in those good areas that Carrick would do so well? Well, you have Lindelof, who's a passing centre-back who can get the ball through the lines of midfield to Paul Pogba in great positions, and then that will start so many attacks. Lindelof is inspired. Lukaku, not quite as technically skilled as Morata, not quite as proven in big games as Morata. I mean, Morata's got Champions League quarter-final, semi-final, and final goals. His last goal for Juve was in the Coppa Italia in the 110th minute, winning the competition. So Morata's a big game killer. But he was unproven in, like I said. over a season. You know, you've never seen him be the man over a season. You don't know if he could do that. Probably could, but it's a risk. And for 75 million, 85 million, whatever it is you're paying, you don't want the risk. You want Lukaku, Premier League, doesn't even have to move house, lives right there. You know, friends with Pogba already in the team. It's a perfect signing. Areas for strengthening. I didn't think, you know, I didn't need a left back, but now apparently Mourinho's cool with Luke Shaw, so don't need a left back now. That's good. Looking forward from that, you just look at left wing or right wing, a winger basically. United need a creative winger that can cross the ball, because the one thing they don't have is crossing. And when you've got Lukaku up front, you need crossing. You need someone that can, you know, really put the ball in there to great areas. Valencia's still a great crosser of the ball, but Shaw's decent too. But United need a really good crosser of the ball on the wings. Perisic would have been that, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen now. You know, thinking other options, you know, Andres Pereira could maybe play out there. He's got a good cross on him. Good dribbler as well. Douglas Costa would have been ideal, but he's gone to to Juve. So, but United need to look at getting a winger, and of course they need to sign a defensive midfielder, like someone who's like Fellaini but who can actually play football. You know, like a
whoa, Mo.
Hey, look, I love Fellaini. I think he's wonderful, but you know, he's a specialized weapon. He's a unique weapon you can only use in certain circumstances.
Weapon. I've been heard it called that before.
Yeah, well, exactly. You can't put Fellaini at the base of midfield and let him run the show. You could put Ander Herrera there, put Raja Nangalan box midfield maybe, but even that, not really. What you want is it's a holding midfielder, a pure destroyer, someone like Idrissa Gueye maybe, who will, although Evan probably won't sell him, but Idrissa Gueye, someone that will hold midfield, tackle, and just get the ball to Ander Herrera and Pogba in good areas. That's what United need. So, actually, someone like Gary Medel, what he used to do for Marcelo Bielsa's Chile, where he would sit in front of the defence and just tackle everything that moved, and then the ball players would do everything else.
I can do that, Jose. Follow me.
Dave, do you feel the same way?
I think the signings have been great. Lindelof and Lukaku are both exceptional signings. I think the thing with Lindelof is there isn't that many good centre-halves that are available on the market at the moment. So going for someone like Lindelof, who has a lot of qualities, Mo mentioned his quality on the ball, where I really like him is his pace. He's so quick. There was a game against Dortmund in the Champions League final where he kept up with Ousmane Dembélé. Dembélé is one of the quickest forwards in world football. That just gives you his ability to cover, and in the perfect relationship with Bay. Bay can be aggressive. Lindelof can just sit there and cover. And the way that he can bring the ball out, like Mo was talking about, is going to be a massive asset for United. In terms of Lukaku as well, I didn't really mind whether it was going to be Belotti, Lukaku, or Morata. I think they're all similar strikers in terms of they score from crosses. You know, look at Romelu Lukaku, who scored 44% of his goals from crosses last season. And I don't mind which one it was. Lukaku is an asset. He's powerful. He's very, very good. I'd describe him more of a modern-day poacher in a way, like a modern-day Michael Owen that's a lot more physical, a lot more powerful. And I think he's the things that people have taken into his game being like, oh, this is a weakness in terms of his first touch. I don't think that's the weakness. I think his weakness is when he's playing up against someone, and then when the ball's played into his feet is when he struggles. When he's in open space, when he's got time to think, time to get his head up, the little layoffs that he's popped for teammates for, you know, assist after assist after assist over the last 3 seasons, he's a very good footballer. And he has that asset to drive, and you know, the likes of Martial, Mkhitaryan, Rashford, they're all ball players. And with Lukaku, he's a ball player as well. So you can expect United's counter-attack to be a lot better than last season. In terms of his chance conversion as well in the Premier League at 22% versus Zlatan's last season, which was at 14%. He missed the most big chances. Lukaku will be an upgrade there and will score the goals in these games. Lukaku is a flat-track bully. You know, he is a guy that's going to destroy your Bournemouth, destroy your West Hams. But United need that. A team to win the Premier League needs this bully that's going to just go and destroy teams that are, you know, a bit weaker than the top 6. You think about the top 6, though, only Jamie Vardy scored more goals as a striker against the top 6 last season. So Lukaku is improving. And that's the thing that Adam was talking about. His ceiling is massive. Another thing that needs to prove on is jumping, is timing his headers. You know, sometimes you watch him and he kind of doesn't have a clue where the ball's going to be when, you know, a long ball's played up to him. So with Lukaku, it's either play it to his feet in space or hit his chest. Either of that, and then United will be playing.
I like that. Very positive. I'm going to read some comments and then we'll move on. So from Idnan says, need the likes of Martial to chip in big time, big player, but had a quiet 16-17 season. This will be Pogba's or one of Pogba's best seasons. Now here's a question based on that comment. Is Anthony Martial a big player? Because he's only 21 years old. It's only his second season. Is it? I mean, he's younger than Josh Harrop, who's just gone to Preston. Is that reasonable?
Martial's a done.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but do you have that expectation on him that he's a
Yeah.
big player and should be winning the league? Like that kind of. Like,
it was his second season in the Premier League last season, and it was his second season under a new he had a second manager who was asking completely different things of him. Louis van Gaal left him free.
Adam's sound is just very briefly.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, so under Louis van Gaal, he was often on the end of through balls and stuff, and his game under Jose Mourinho has completely changed. One thing I was happy with that he did seem to prove a point to Jose Mourinho towards the tail end of the season. Now I'm hoping with a pre-season under his belt, going away with Jose Mourinho for that period of time and probably getting him in his ear. Anthony Martial can be lethal for us. He's so young. This is only his third season at the club. When you look at his numbers over the last 2 years, they haven't been that bad. Especially when you take, they've been good. But I know, like last season, he only scored 8 goals. I think it was.
Goals,
but he did get more.
He's only behind Rooney for his time at the club.
Yeah, he did get more assists than he got in his first season, so he improved on that. But he got less goals, but then he played less minutes, so it's to be expected.
No, I think he's great. I just think maybe he's not like the biggest player. Anyway.
No, he totally is. It's the difference is just we have to trust him. He's absolutely sensational.
That's not what I'm saying. At no point am I saying he's not brilliant.
No, you did, Sam. You did. Stop backtracking.
I'm saying he's only 21 years old, so we can relax on him. If he doesn't always perform, he's only 21. That's more what I'm saying. Anyway, Jamie Green has just subscribed, so we're all proud of you, Jamie. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. Gary says, I saw the lads in train today. They looked very sharp. And MDV Gaming HD says, I love pre-season in Australia. The games are on in the day for once. So if you're in Australia, you can take advantage of that. Ryan Sun says Pogba was sick playing with France. So do we want some of that? I suppose we do.
Physically sick or
no, I think he means like that dude was sick. Right now, we're going to have a quick advert. You might not see it. You might do. So good luck. That was it. That was the advert. If you enjoyed it, good. If you didn't see it, get over it.
Can we just chuck our own adverts in now?
Go on. Right. Have you got something to advertise?
Yeah, subscribe to Adam McCullough TV, youtube.com/Adam McCullough.
Very clever.
No, stop man, Dave!
Yeah, check that one out as well. That's a good one.
So let's talk about the starting 11 because this is a preview to the LA Galaxy match. I've got the full squad list if you need it, or do you think you're all okay? You're probably all okay.
Yeah, can you read it out, please?
I won't.
Quickly.
Mourinho says that Lukaku probably won't start. He's not 100%, but we don't know if that's going to be true or not. So, Adam McCullough, what would be your first day on tour starting 11, please?
I can't believe we spent £75 million on a striker. He comes to the club and he's not fit for his first game. That is an absolute disgrace, Sam.
Waste the money, mate. Waste the money.
I mean, it might be wrong. That might be wrong. We don't know.
Nah, I'm joking. Am I supposed to give you my starting 11 now?
That is the idea. Yep.
I didn't have Lukaku in mind because I obviously
hate him.
Read not the news but the message that Chris sent me that he's not playing. Thanks, Chris. In goal, because Jose has confirmed De Gea is going to play 45, Joel Pereira is going to play 45. Now, can I just make this point? Yeah, Real Madrid apparently want David De Gea, and I've heard about £60 million. Listen, firstly, you got to double that shit and then some on top. But thirdly, like, why would we even negotiate with these guys in the first place? And also, Joe Hart linked to Manchester United. Are you having a laugh? He's not better than Joel Pereira.
Adam, I think they just write it so people like you get angry. I don't think it's real. Don't let them win.
I love it. Yeah, well, they won.
Don't let them win.
Wankers.
Right, come on.
Right.
So far, you've got one player in your team.
Yeah, can't wait to see Joel Pereira get some opportunities, though. He is the Don. Valencia, Bailey, Lindelof, Blind in the back four. Obviously, Luke Shaw's not ready to come in yet, so Daley Blind at left back. Can't we use Daley? Like, we're shopping around for a central defensive midfielder. We got Daley Blind, who's probably, arguably, one of the best readers of the game.
Mourinho wants big, strong dudes in there. He ain't going to put Blind in there. He should do, but he won't do it. That's just not Mourinho's style.
But no one will go near Blind. They're scared to ruin his pretty face. Pogba, Herrera in the midfield. Marshall, Mata, Lingard, Rashford. And then I think in the second half, we'll see like Joel Pereira, Transabi, Fosu Mensah. I'm excited for the second half.
Nice. Okay, Dave, what's your team?
It's quite similar. David De Gea in goal, Valencia, Bay, Lindelof, and Shaw. I think that'd be the back five that I'd like to see through the season for United if Shaw's back. But Shaw might be not playing or whatever. Let's throw in Daily Blind there. Into midfield, I want to go with Herrera Pogba just as a 2, just because it's pre-season. Might as well get them to do a bit of running up and down. And then a band of 3 behind Anthony Martial, Rashford, Mkhitaryan, and Pereira. Kind of want to see a bit more of Andres Pereira. Very, very good at the under 20 World Cup a few seasons ago. Played well for Granada this season in La Liga in terms of dribbles. Only Ceballos managed more for a player under 21. Explosive, technical, very good. And this could be a season, going away to Spain, working very hard and coming back. It looks like Mourinho likes him, so it'd be good to see him in pre-season to give him a bit of minutes because he looks like he's got the talent. He looks like he's got that, that ability that some players just have. So we need to sort of nurture that and try and avoid a situation of someone like a Januzaj that's come in and now has gone. Try and work on Andres Pereira and give him a bit of game time in pre-season. See if he's ready for the Premier League, and if not, maybe another loan spell. Maybe this time in the Premier League for a Swansea or someone like that.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, Mo, what's your team?
Yeah. Even though Mourinho confirmed that Romero won't play, for some reason when I submitted our team, I put Romero in my team. Nice. But let's just say
maybe it's mind games. Maybe he's starting the mind games early.
All right, look, it's De Gea going to be in goal, although the graphic will say Romero because I said Romero. De Gea in goal, Valencia, Bailey, Lindelof, Darmian at left back because Shaw's not ready and he's not going to play daily, but unless he has to, let's just be realistic. Darmian, strong, defensive, right-footed left back. That's Mourinho all over, isn't it? And I'm going to go with the Europa League winning midfield trio of Ander Herrera, Marouane Fellaini and Paul Pogba. I think that's just, he loves this boy Fellaini, get him in there, batter some people around. Up front 3 of Mata on the right, Mkhitaryan on the left, and Marcus Rashford up front on his own. Because he's just got to get in there while he can before Lukaku comes along and takes a lot.
I like all of your teams, but I think you've all missed a trick. Surely the manager is going to start the man he has just appointed as captain in his first game as official club captain. Surely Michael Carrick plays. That's actually a really good point.
Thought about it.
Not really.
It won't be like that in the season, but surely for pre-season, for the first one, he's going to go, well, Michael, walk us out now, you're captain.
Actually, has he officially announced a vice captain? I mean, I know some people were saying it was Ander.
Yeah, I haven't seen an official statement saying it's Ander Herrera, but with every report
that Valencia on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he'll be Tony V, Captain Tony V, mate.
Well, officially, it's Michael Carrick, though, isn't it?
That should have been Marouane Fellaini, we all know.
But Carrick is not going to play. He's 36 years old. He'll play every now and again.
Yeah, through the season, but I still think he'll probably start against Galaxy.
No, you're probably right.
Just for that
reason. You should
give
De Gea the armband so he's like, shit, I can't leave now, can I?
Thank you.
Yeah, did you know that Adam? Here's one for you.
Let him go.
In the first season that David Beckham got to captain Man United, he went to Real Madrid that summer. That's also true of Ruud van Nistelrooy, Gabriel Heinze, and Cristiano Ronaldo. All of them, the first time they wore the armband, they went to Madrid that summer.
Give him the armband then, mate. Get rid of him.
Just something to think about. Okay, let's talk about
such things. Dave watches this.
LA Galaxy. Does anybody know anything about them?
They're shit.
Right.
Robbie Keane's up front, and he plays quite well for them, which is like miraculous. And they're going to sign Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Do you think they are?
Well, I mean, this is the thing, right? They're putting a bid for him, right, for Zlatan, and like United are playing Galaxy. Isn't it just so blatantly that before the match, Zlatan will walk out like in a United shirt, then take it off and put in a Galaxy shirt and be like, "Yes, this is me."
Yeah, maybe.
They
wouldn't have to put in a bid for him, would they? Because technically he's a free agent.
Well, yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, there's two competing clubs that bid for him: LA Galaxy and someone else in Los Angeles. But he'll go to Galaxy. It's perfect for him. It's Hollywood. The man is just he looks like an action movie star. He fights like an action movie star. He just gives quotes better than any film star out there. He's pure Hollywood. It'll be brilliant for him.
Okay, so
I think he should fight the winner of McGregor and Mayweather, to be honest.
Seems reasonable.
I would.
Seeing as we're doing this whole inter-sport thing at the moment.
I would love to see that. He would destroy them. He would absolutely smash them.
Different question. In the pantheon of world football, where do you see the MLS, Dave? How does that rank compared to other leagues?
I think it's definitely improving. It's one of these. It's a different system. I think that's the thing. It's an American system. Mm-hmm. I was reading Johan Cruyff's book over my little break last week, and he was talking about how it will get to the right level because it's built collectively to support everyone. You need to have X amount of American players picked from each of the teams. There's a lot of development in the youth. the structure. You know, it's college system that goes on to the draft system and so forth. So it's a different way of thinking, and I think eventually they will start, you know, pulling the players out. You're thinking about Christian Pulisic, who is one of the best young players in world football at Borussia Dortmund. Absolutely fantastic in the Champions League last season. Technically fantastic, and he's the guy that's leading the American national team. Obviously, he doesn't play in MLS, but you can see other players start to emerging from MLS and coming out. You're seeing the expansion with the new teams and so forth. So I think it's got a good, handy place on the world ladder, you know, similar to China in a way. China, obviously, the clubs can't spend the same amount of crazy money they were doing before. But I'd hold it in similar regard. Europe, South America, and then maybe MLS and China after that. But still, you know, a decent league that plays some very, very good football. We can't disrespect them too much.
No, okay.
I think one of the things the MLS is going to struggle with is losing a lot of their best athletes to the other sports, baseball, football. But what I think we'll see is that Pulisic is like 5'10", 5'8". He's not very big physically. I think what we'll see from America maybe emerging is a lot of smaller technical players, because they'll be the athletes that are left over with after the really big strapping lads go off and play, you know, baseball, basketball, American football sort of thing.
Makes sense. Adam, any general thoughts on the MLS?
Someone made a funny point. We were talking in the comments. We were talking about who should be captain, and someone said if Fellaini's captain, instead of an armband, he should have a captain's headband.
Good comment.
Just picturing that. As for the LA Galaxy, last time we played them, we beat them 7-0 in Louis van Gaal's first ever game. Ander Herrera's debut for Manchester United. It was a beautiful day. Remember, that's when we got all excited thinking 3-5-2 was going to bring us the European Cup.
3-5-2 is such a good formation. You know.
LA Galaxy, Giovanni Dos Santos, Ashley Cole, they can't even save him. They're 16th in the MLS.
Like that you said that Ashley Cole can't save them. What? How old is he now? 35?
Hey, yeah, mate, don't joke. But Harry Redknapp wants to take him to Birmingham.
Of course he does.
Harry Redknapp wants Ashley Cole.
Doesn't surprise anybody. Anything. Okay, so given that it was 7-0 last time round, Adam, what do you expect the score to be this time?
4-0.
Big score. Okay. Dave.
8-0.
Please tell us the goal scorers of an 8-0.
I'm going to go Martial hat-trick, Rashford hat-trick, then going to go with a Paul Pogba brace.
I really hope that's what happens. That'd be really fun. Mo?
5-0.
5-0. And your goal scorers?
5-0.
I think it's right that we do the goal scorers.
I think, let's go. I think Mata's going to score the first goal of pre-season, just like he did last year.
Of course.
Probably a little tap in. Then you're going to get like a couple of goals from Rashford, and you got to get Pogba long ranger in there, and then to round it all off, Andres Pereira free kick.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, boy.
Adam, you didn't tell us your goal scorers to see who can be the most accurate.
Marcus Rashford, 4 goals.
I love this guy.
Okay, we're going to finish in a second.
Have you seen how
Go on.
Marcus Rashford has hennied up a little bit?
Hey, he's hit the gym.
It's like Ronaldo. Remember Ronaldo? Like one summer he just come back and was like, "Wow, what happened to Ronaldo?"
Yeah. Mate, I tell you what, Rashford starting left wing pretty much all this season.
No one scares Rashford, you know. You think all these signings are going to bother Rashford? Rashford's just like, yeah, you sign who you want. I'm still playing, lads.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going
He'll be still bagging.
We're going to finish with the final comment, and that's from T. Whale, and it says, "WTF, Adam, you never respond to my tweets to you." Sort it out, mate.
It's a life when you're verified and you got a few followers.
You just made yourself look like no one's impressed with that. Adam's too big time, is what you're saying, T-Well? He's too big time.
What I'm saying is, I probably did reply to. He probably abused me.
Well, maybe he did.
Well, he might already be muted. I don't know. I got a long mute list.
He just thinks
God
you should reply. Okay, right, guys. Thank you very much. Everybody else, hope you enjoy the game. It's at 3 a.m. Get in the comments below. Let us know what you think about the squad, what players you think need to come, what players need to go, and of course, who you think the goal scorers will be, because that's what really counts here. Sub to Full Time Devils and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.